Cascade. I may have overestimated myself.
Useless.
Mind the deluge. Be still.
Evil conquering. Tear. Prepare to die, fool. Tear. Worthless. 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 Useless.
Cascade.
Life goes on.
You want to know about me? Things aren't always a case of the more you know, the better. Plenty of proverbs to corroborate that, as I'm sure you're aware. Maybe we'll have the chance to talk more next time.
Worthless.
Hi, Catherine. We heard that you have a new commission for us.
That's correct. There's a requester who has submitted a
A designated commission? Sounds like...
There's no need to worry. This commission is not dangerous by any means. Perhaps you have heard that Inazuma...
Yay! A festival! Oh, come to think of it, we haven't attended...
The Yashiro Commission and Lady Yae are responsible for all the festival preparations. The one who has requested your help is none other than Lady Yae herself.
You know Miko. She always has some unusual ideas in her head. You can bet a festival planned by her is gonna be... We better go to Grand Narukami Shrine and see what she...
Lady Yae is currently at Yae Publishing House in Hanamizaka, so there is no need to go...
Oh, well that's convenient enough.
Ad Astra... Thank you for Ad Astra... Wheel of Life.
Boring!
Aratani and Kuroda, how are things coming?
All the books and...
Very good.
We have already...
Well done. And what about you, Onodera? Ahem. Onodera?
Oh, yes, Lady Ai. Everything is ready for the new...
You are the one who organized the plans for this release party. In other words, you are the team's fearless leader now. So please, show some Besides, there's no need to be nervous. This project is destined for success. I feel quite optimistic about it. I shall specially grant you leave for the next couple of days, Onodera. Please take the opportunity to have...
Yes, Lady Ai. Thank you very much.
All right then. Is everyone clear about their assignments? Good. We are running out of... Hello, little ones. I take it you have received my
Some organizer you are! It's nearly time for the festival and you're still over here ramping things up for your light novel business! Shouldn't you be getting back to the... You weren't thinking of dumping all the festival preparations on us, were you? If so, then you can forget it! Paimon won't accept such a commission!
My, such harsh words. It hurts to hear that kind of talk from you two. But as you can clearly see, I'm here working like a dog for the festival. Yet you say I'm not Let me ask you, little ones. Whoever said that the festival must involve the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Huh? But isn't that a given? This is Inazuma after all.
Yes, that is true. But now that the decree has been lifted, Inazuma is no longer the same nation that once resisted. Therefore, rather than sticking to the same old traditional festival, the Yashiro Commission and I have decided to shake things up a little. This time, we'll be holding an international cultural festival. I suppose I should start... Legend has it that there were 5 poets in ancient Inazuma who were supremely gifted in singing and writing poetry. Every year, one of the 5 would present a collection of the group's poems to the shogun for review, which would then spark culture discussions regarding. Thanks to them, Inazuma's culture blossomed. As time passed, people began creating various tales based on the five Kassen.
Sounds like a festival that's really rooted in culture.
Indeed. To describe it in the words of the ancients, it'd be refined elegance. Unfortunately, which is precisely why I've decided to revive the Iridori Festival by holding a cultural convention featuring light novels.
But, wait a minute! Light novels?
Please stop looking at me with those baffled expressions. In ancient times, poetry was all the rage. But nowadays, the important thing is not the format, but the creative work itself. It is impossible to come up. Speaking of which, don't you think that the concept of and besides, it's a great opportunity to reintroduce Inazuma to all Teyvat through light novels. As they say, it's two birds with one stone.
Whoa, that was close. Come on, Miko! You can't fool us. We know you by now. This is all definitely stemming from...
I can't deny that my hobbies had no part to play in this. However, regardless of whether it's light novels or... Well, what do you say? Come, let's... There we'll meet us... During the Iridori Festival, the area around the Outlander Affairs Agency will become the main exhibition space for life. Once things are in full swing, not only will there be lots of official and fan-created work on display, there'll also be exclusive giveaways, prizes, and new release parties. This small plaza in front of the International Trade Association will be called the Five Kassen Plaza during the festival, and nearby shops will be selling special light novel merchandise. You certainly won't want to miss out.
Wow. How should Paimon put this? It's definitely not your typical festival, but it sure looks like it'll be quite the party. Huh. Miko, what are these blank boards in the...
Yes, those are...
Ah, Lady I did mention that there would be some reliable helpers coming to assist with the festivity. At last we meet again, Traveler and Paimon. Tell me.
Oh, it's Ayato! Wow, so even a busy guy like yourself is here to...
Preparing festivals falls under the Yashiro Commission's scope of responsibilities. Seeing as Lady Yae has poured her heart and soul into the
Come now, Ayato. We're not strangers. We were just about to discuss the boards over here. They're related to our little helper's tasks, so I'll let you give them a detailed rundown.
Certainly. I assume you two already know that the Iridori Festival originated from the Five Kassen. These 5 boards are here for painting their portraits. This Iridori Festival is not only the first major festival to be held in Inazuma since the lifting of the Sakoku decree, it is also an event deep. Therefore, the Yashiro Commission has personally invited... For example, the Yashiro Commission will arrange which is precisely why it would be ideal to have someone familiar with both Inazuma and other nations of Teyvat to serve as a guide for our guests. I knew you would catch on. This arrival schedule includes the details of the...
It's settled then. My, look at the time. During the festival, most of the
This festival requires the full cooperation of the Tri-Commission, and there are still many minor details which require my attention.
All the details we need about the ships are on the timetable that Ayato gave us. Let's take a closer look at...
Festivals always attract so many people. Fingers crossed he comes traveling with me.
Enjoy the blessing of the Lord.
The damned...
According to the arrival schedule, there will be a ship arriving from Mondstadt today. The artist for the 5 Kasim portraits should be on board. The boat should be arriving soon, so let's head down to the docks.
Yes, that's right. We are bards from Mondstadt. Word has it that Inazuma has undergone many changes of late. We hope to find fresh inspiration here.
These guests are all bards, aren't they? Well, where's Tondef? Huh. Strange. He's pretty famous in Mondstadt. Do you think he didn't receive an... Huh? Why's that? Oh, Paimon sees what you're getting at. Even though Venti no longer rules over Mondstadt, if he came rushing to Inazuma at the first mention of a festival, not only would it seem a little childish, it would also sort of...
Miss Honorary Knight, Paimon!
It's Klee! Were you also invited to the Iridori Festival?
No, Albedo's the one who received the invitation. But because everyone in the Knights of Favonius has been really busy these days, Albedo arranged for someone here to issue me a dependent pass.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. After hearing that Inazuma was making preparations for the Irodori Festival, I predicted that I might run into you here.
Ha! Paimon knew it! Albedo's the one they've invited to paint the 5 Casa.
It seems that you already know why I'm here. Just so you're aware, I'll be using my pen name in Inazuma, Calx. Oh, by the way, do you know where the International Trade Association is? I'll be meeting with the editorial director of the...
Yeah, the International Trade Association is where you'll be...
Great. Let's get going. Slow down, Klee. Please be careful not to bump into others. Telling Klee so many stories about Inazuma during the trip was probably not. As a result, she could hardly sleep all the way here. It appears she's even more excited now that we've arrived. Strange. It seems that the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama, isn't here yet. I'm certain he said that he'd be sure to arrive before. Well, Mr. Hiroyama was supposed to meet with me and give me some reference materials about the 5 Kasen to...
You mean you had no idea what you'd be painting before you arrived in Inazuma?
I only know of the 5 Kasen by name. Because of the sheer age of the tale, very little has been passed down to this day. So Mr. Hiroyama decided to help me collect some more. I'm the type of painter who can complete a painting quickly as long as I'm inspired. So I agreed on only receiving the details today.
So when do the paintings have to be done?
According to the festival plans.
The day after tomorrow? And you're already running—
There's no need to panic. When I was working on light novel illustrations, because the manuscripts are shipped by boat, things were all... Just last month, to ensure the latest book of A Legend of Sword would be finished for the Irodori Festival. I heard that my illustrations were sent to print as soon as they arrived in...
Paimon isn't sure if she should feel sympathetic for your working conditions or compliment you and your artistic genius.
Of course, I would still prefer to receive any possible reference materials in advance, so that I can be better prepared.
Oh, right! The editors of the Yai Publishing House will all be around the Outlander Affairs Agency these next few days. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Hiroyama's over there too.
Alright, it's worth a try. Klee, you haven't slept for a while now. Please stay at our residence in the
Okie dokie. Don't worry, Albedo. I'll be on my best behavior.
Fingers crossed he comes traveling with me.
This can't be happening. The moment we need to contact Onodera is when he's on special... Kuroda and I will go back to Inazuma City for an emergency printing run. The demand for this...
Despite everything, we're still lucky that we found out today. If this had happened a few days later, then we'd really be in... Hey, do you think that suspicious guy they found in the warehouse has anything to do with this?
Well, the editorial director is on his way over...
Sorry to interrupt, but let's...
Oh, hey, Traveler. Don't worry. It's nothing, just an...
I'm looking for the editorial director, Mr. Hiroyama. Does anyone...
Mr. Hiroyama is currently...
Oh, hold on a second, Murata. Excuse me, but you must be Calx, the one who was invited to paint the 5 Kasen for the festival?
Yes, that's me.
My name is Kuroda. You must be inquiring about him. I do apologize, but please make yourself comfortable at the International Trade Association, and I will let Mr. Hiroyama know to send you the materials right away.
Oh, no need. You guys look super busy, so we can go find him ourselves.
About that.
Excuse me, but is there something...
Huh? How did you know?
Since you were all aware that Mr. Hiroyama needed to send me some supporting materials, that means the editor... To add to that, despite being aware that I am Calx, you were still unwilling to let me go to Mr. After considering these factors, the only reason you would try to stall me is if something happened to A Legend of Sword, which...
Well, I'm fair. Earlier today, someone spotted a suspicious Outlander sneaking around inside the Irodori Festival warehouse down by the docks. The Tenryo Commission was concerned about potential cargo theft, so they contacted everyone who was renting space in the warehouse.
What? The book?
Shh, not so loud. Not only is this book an eagerly anticipated release in the last phase of the Irodori Festival, but
Because of the dire situation, Mr. Hiroyama immediately hurried to the warehouse to determine whether the theft was related.
I see. If Mr.
So the author of A Legend of Sword is Jay. Sounds familiar. Hey!
Oh, do you know him?
Shincho would definitely be upset if he discovers his books are missing. Let's accompany Albedo.
Aratani and Kuroda, of course...
supply here. To request fan fiction. Festivals always attract so many.
Huh? It's you! Why are you here?
I'm here on behalf of the Tenryou Commission, of course. Is that surprising?
No, Sarah, Paimon wasn't talking about you! So, tone-deaf bard. The suspicious outlander in the warehouse...
Considering the evidence, it appears that the suspicious outlander is... indeed...
As I have told you, you are a suspect. Before your allegations of theft and illegal stowaway are cleared, you are to remain silent. Don't make me say it again. Traveler, Paimon, do you know this self-proclaimed bard from Mondstadt?
Listen, Sarah. Knowing him, it's safe to say that he wasn't behind the theft. But...
Although he claims to be a special guest for the Iridori Festival, he's failed to present his invitation letter. Therefore, we can only suspect that he might have entered... And just a moment ago, we caught him in a dandelion wine crate near the Sailing Breeze. If it would help shed any light on the situation, then please...
Oh, Venti!
Ouch! Your words wound me! We've been apart for so long, and the moment we meet again, all I'm greeted with is grilling questions and... You arrived in Inazuma via similar means, or so I heard. You of all people should be more under...
Similar means?
I merely jest. Fear not, for the person who sent me the invitation is none other than Kamisato Ayato of Yashiro Commission. It's unlikely that someone acquainted with the likes of him would ever be here illegally, right?
But why weren't you on the same ship as the other bards?
Well, once I received the invitation letter, I couldn't help but want to come to Inazuma a little early. It was then that I happened upon a cargo ship bound for Inazuma transporting dandelion. Once aboard, I found the captain to be a kindred spirit, and I was treated to an abundance of fine liquor along the way. I must have fallen asleep in the cargo. And when I woke up, I found myself in this warehouse with a Tenryou Commission general glaring at me.
Coming from Venti, this story is quite believable. But...
Excuse me, I'm the owner of the stolen goods from the IA publishing house, and there are some questions. Based on what you just said, it seems you've been in the warehouse for some time now. If that's the case, did you happen to hear...
Actually, I did hear some faint footsteps around me a couple of times, but I didn't consider the sound anything out of the ordinary.
But if you clearly heard some...
Oh.
Huh? What did you notice, Albedo?
When it comes to burglars, they are generally associated with prying or rummaging through things. What Venti means, as for the sound of footsteps, because this is a warehouse where many goods are coming in and out each day, it is quite normal for people to be walking around.
I see. But if that's the case, then we're back to square one regarding the stolen books.
No, not quite. From the facts that have been presented to us, first, whoever took the novels is not a spur-of-the-moment burglar. They had their sights on the books from the very beginning. I knew you'd catch on, Traveler. One person couldn't possibly transport so many heavy books in such a short window of time. It goes without saying that Venti clearly does not match up with our culprits.
Yes, I agree. Mr. Hirayama, the Tenryou Commission will continue by investigating the warehouse staff. If you come across any...
Yes, understood.
I
I suppose I'm free as a bird then.
Not so fast. Even though we've cleared the theft allegations, we still haven't ascertained whether your arrival in Inazuma was legal or not.
Aw, 'tis a shame. I thought surely after my honest account...
Sara's quite the meticulous one. So, where's your invitation?
Yes, the invitation letter. I'm truly sorry.
How?
Don't be mistaken. I was well aware of how important it was. But I didn't bring any luggage with me, and the letter was too big to fit in my pocket. Strange. Though I had a little too much to drink, I know that I kept it in a secure place.
If you were holding the invitation in your hand,
Well, to properly compare the taste of Mondstadt wine and Inazuman sake, I couldn't both hold the invitation and a glass at the same time. But surely...
In which case, I believe there's only one place it could be. Have you figured it out?
Huh? You're way ahead of time.
Ah, yes! I remember now.
This is indeed an invitation letter issued by the Yashiro Commission. However, starting tonight, I would advise you to stay at the... Now, if you'll excuse me.
There goes Sara. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Hirayama.
Mr. Hirayama, I'm Calx.
Ah, yes, so you are Calx. These are the materials regarding the 5 Kasen.
Let's see here. Though there were once... But, at the very...
So...
To some extent...
I am sorry that this though, late... So all you need...
That does sound...
Thank you, Mr. Hir...
Great. Tomorrow morning, whether the stolen books are eventually recovered, you have my...
Well, seems there's nothing more we can do. Huh? Betty? What are you doing?
Traveler, Albedo, would you mind coming over here for a moment? There...
What is it, Venti? A piece of paper?
Indeed. When I awakened to find myself in the warehouse this morning, I didn't think much of it then. I thought it was merely a scrap piece of paper that had fallen into the... But on second thought, I think it...
Let me see. Suiko chapter.
The story told in this poem roughly boils down to Suiko getting tipsy and... this story...
Seriously? It's literally the same story.
Oh, indeed it is.
Yes, I concur. The person who left this paper could... But...
All right, let's... Meeting together...
Hey!
No, it's fine.
Wait a minute. What about...
As I mentioned, if I use a model as reference for the piece...
In that... One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
Wow, you really came through, Albedo. You were able to complete the first portrait before the opening ceremony.
Yes, it really is a sight to behold. Not only does it harken to the traditional style of Inazuma, but it also makes use of modern aesthetics. My figure is particularly striking. Even though I'm sound asleep in the portrait, I still appear as glorious as always.
Hey, don't get too full of yourself, Tone Deaf Bard. You were just a model, the person in the artwork. Well, Albedo, who will be your next portrait?
The next one will be Aoi no Okina of the 5 Kasen.
Albedo, might I suggest waiting a little before starting on the next one?
Another story?
I believe he's referring to the possibility of finding another paper with tales of the 5 Kasen.
Do you think the mysterious person who left the first paper will strike again?
It certainly is a possibility. For example, the reference materials make mention of 5 legendary figures. Yet all the popular it appears that throughout all the stories, there is never a
Yes, I'm also curious about these stories myself. But who knows? They may merely be akin to... So for now, we need but just...
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali. An item blessing now 10% off. Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Take part and win prizes.
Now 10% off.
Who is this Jinyu everyone keeps talking about?
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd. Disappear!
Life goes on.
The depths beckon. Be still.
Keep back! Keep back!
Empty chest. Good for storage.
Shrine is a sacred place where offerings to what is sweet will come. The area is close to this. now arrived at the magnificent Iridori Festival event venue.
Cascade! Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.